Hey everyone, it's Denise Brown from caringourway.com. I started participating in conversations with family caregivers and former family caregivers in 1996. And these conversations took place online through an online community that I managed, and also in person through support group meetings that I led. What I learned from these conversations is that we crave meaningful conversations about what our life is like during our caregiving experience. And we crave these conversations because it is so hard for others outside a caregiving experience to join us in these conversations. It's hard for them because they don't get it. It's hard for them because our experience is painful. And it's hard to listen when someone's in pain because we are so uncomfortable with what to do. So these meetings, these conversations were all about talking honestly, sharing truthfully, because that's how we connected to each other. I also learned that there are challenging behaviors that show up in support group meetings. And I figured out how to manage these challenging behaviors. And there's 9 of them in a caregiving support group, and there's 8 of them in a grief support group. And over the years, I figured out how to manage these challenging behaviors. When I'm leading a conversation, I understand that support group members are bringing in the worst experience of their life, which means they may be at their worst. And as a facilitator, my goal is to minimize the worst to bring out the best. And I do that when I bring in effective facilitation skills, when I use the solutions for challenging behaviors. I took all this and put it together into 2 different training programs for facilitators. One is for caregiving facilitators, one is for grief facilitators. And what I thought was most important about these programs is empowering facilitators with the right skills to be ready to manage any conversation that happens. I like to look at other programs that are available. It's important for me to understand what else a support group leader could use and make sure I'm not duplicating that there's something different I'm offering the marketplace. And when I look at other programs, I see their value, and I also see that many of them teach a script that facilitators follow. You're given a binder that has a script. You're given an online manual that has a script. And what you learn in the training program is how to follow a script. The challenge, of course, is a caregiving experience never follows a script. And I find that a controlling experience for support group members when they have to sit in a script, because the script might not reflect where they are. If you are experiencing the worst time in your life, you have very little patience, right? You're using up all the patience you have in your caregiving experience. So you're showing up in a group meeting lacking patience, of course. And I have found it very difficult when I don't have a lot of patience to sit in a scripted meeting because I want to shout, I need to talk about something else. I get that that's good information. However, right now, I need something different. And that's why I teach how to facilitate conversations that don't rely on a script, but teach the skills. So whatever conversation happens, you have the skills to nurture it, to take care of it, to involve your support group members in it. That's important. If you are interested in starting a support group for those currently in a caregiving situation or those grieving because their experience has ended, I'd love for you to take a look at our training programs. The trainings happen throughout the month. You do some work through watching archived videos, and then you join me for live training. And in the live training, we practice those skills, which I think is so important because I want you to start as a support group facilitator with confidence that you have the skills to manage no matter what happens. Our information about those two training programs is on our training program website, which is careyearsacademy.com. And I'll include a link to the show notes. Something I feel good about with the caregiving facilitator training is it's the same price in 2025 as it was when I launched it in 2017 or 18. Should have checked before I said that out loud, but it's either 2017 or 2018 when I first launched it. And it's the same for the grief support training. I haven't raised the price since I launched that in 2020 because I want it to be something invaluable for you so that you know that you're investing wisely in your time and money for the program. That's important to me too. Okay. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in one of our training programs to lead a caregiving conversation and/or a conversation about after caregiving ends when we're grieving. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.